Okay, we're live.
Sensational show, now in its second year, right?
Yes, fabulous sensational show, by the way.
Well, thank you for noticing that and voicing the concerns of others that, yeah, we're doing something right. But nonetheless, it's also another marker in time because we get to have a return engagement from a young man that we've followed last year and we're pretty fond of because he's got a great story, great family, great path ahead of him, and that is none other than, if you haven't been looking at the event page, it's the Trent Hughes Band with Trent Hughes. How you doing today, my friend?
Oh, we're good. We got the whole band with us returning this time, though, so excited for that. We got Brian Kildee over here on the guitar, Jared Schaefer back there on the cajon, hey, and then my dad, Jim Hughes, over here on bass, so
absolutely
excited.
Yeah, we're glad to have you back. And like I said, when you walked in the door, it looks like you've grown a little bit.
Yeah, 6'3".
Wow.
6'3", yeah. Junior in high school.
Jim?
He is, yeah, he's, wow.
It's been a little while since you measured yourself.
Yeah.
You think it's more than 6'3"?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
And the jokes, oh no, it's the Frank Zappa quote, and the torture never stops, right? With the jokes around these guys. This is quite a happy arrangement that you guys got in the band, and it's, you know, it's been working, what, for a year now that I know of, right?
Yeah. Year and a half, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it took you a while to get to us, but yeah, you know.
yeah,
we've been
well.
around you for a good year, you know, and that's good for us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what's going on lately?
Alright, so right now we're actually, the big thing with Trent Hughes Band is we're booking gigs for this summer, so we're looking really forward to this summer tour we're going on. Right now we got a couple gigs upcoming, but the other really big thing going on right now is we have an upcoming EP that's going to be released very soon. It's called Waitin' For Me. It's got a couple originals on it, a couple good covers of ours, and we're really excited about it. We've been working on it for the past 6 months, so it's been a while in the making, and we think it's going to really pay off. We think it's going to be a really awesome album.
Yeah, that's the title, Waiting For Me, right?
Yeah.
Gee, wonder what that's about.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
We're always waiting for Trent.
Well, you know, and I'm excited for that too, because you know what we've been doing lately?
We've been going to concerts, man.
Well, that too, but you know, first a word from our sponsor, yeah. Sunshine Studios Live, boy, they sure know how to throw a party. That's one of our sponsors.
Man.
We hung out with them last Friday for their 8th anniversary party. Drug us back in again Saturday. Boy, Butcher Babies Friday, One-Eyed Doll Saturday. My ears
We'll
need
never
a
be
rest.
the same.
Well, I got even more because this is becoming such a really cool thing. I'm just amazed that the science project hasn't molded. It's growing.
It is.
You know, so what we did Sunday, and sorry, Lisa was sick, but
Yeah.
we had a invitation from Tony and Christina and Scott at Sunshine to come down to Kelly O'Brien's and listen to Mr. Michael Alexander, who's in the studios doing a recording with Scott. And it was like sitting in your living room listening to a couple of cool dudes just giving each other a bunch of encouragement, I'm sure they would say.
I love Michael Alexander. I love what they do together.
Yeah, I know.
You know, on stage, it's fun.
And Kathy's like, wow, I like him better than you. So watch out, Michael. I know, yeah. But That's it. We have a great announcement because Michael Alexander and the good people at Sunshine are recruiting bands in a battle of the bands for a spot that Michael so graciously offered Colorado Springs to have one band represent. Are you in on that?
We've not heard about this, but we might have to get on that right now.
There you go. You got a couple dates, a couple weekends you get to fill still.
Yeah,
This
so
summer.
maybe. We'll see about that.
Well, you know, yeah, we know the guys.
There you
I have
go.
heard a little bit about, what's that called? I have heard a little bit about that.
Bratfest. In
That's
fact,
right.
Michael was gracious enough to do a short little video spot. I said, tell me all about Bratfest. And he goes, well, it's the largest free festival in the United States.
Wow.
And during the course of the festival draws up to about 200,000 in attendance for free. A couple hundred bands. And it's also somehow they generate sponsorships or whatever and give a lot of money to charity. So
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That's always good.
yeah, Michael's full-time job, as Scott told me, was to ensure the success of Bratfest annually, and we're friends, man. We wish we could go.
Wouldn't that be a blast?
But
Yeah.
we're going to definitely support the competitions at Sunshine,
Yep, heck yeah.
as always.
I know a couple of bands that were talking to me about gonna try out for that or whatever it is that you do.
Well, I know I just saw a recent post that our friends Neverlight's part of it,
And so is he Kill 3?
and Iridium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole list is, I'm sure, at the event page at Sunshine Studios Live.
Yeah. I would have liked to have done that one.
You know, you got to get better and take those antibiotics.
Oh
and
yeah. It's been a nasty
You've been
flu
sick a
bug
little bit
going
too
around.
long, young lady.
Well, I know, and it's one of those that you get and it stays forever. It just never goes away.
It's the
seems like.
season.
I know.
Yeah.
I was wondering that too, if it's just the winds blowing it in or.
Well, I'm glad everybody got here safe today because
Oh, yeah.
for those who didn't know it, we had kind of a weird blizzard situation. They closed I-25 between Woodman and Castle Rock for sure. Denver's all locked up. They passed a news flash that you can't be on the streets of Denver if you don't have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Because
Right.
it's so bad up there.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
left
Foot
at
of
1
snow
o'clock
by
in the morning
lunch.
last night, and it was a fine ride home, but this Colorado weather, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I got about 6 inches of snow at the house. And,
Dam was crashed.
the Northeast. A lot of crashes, yeah. Did you crash?
I
Yeah.
came close. I came close.
Oh, we're glad that you
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
You know? 'Cause this is not funny. I don't know how people can think it's okay to drive and almost wreck their cars.
Yeah. Just gotta slow down a little.
Yeah.
It's a Colorado thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
You know, but that's it too. The weekend didn't stop for me. I went up to our other friends at the Oriental Theater in Denver, which Mark Sundermeyer is the booking agent that you guys should be talking to, and a good friend of mine that lets me come and shoot great bands like, well, that was just the Ultimate Guitar Tour last night with Uli John Roth, the original Scorpion, Jennifer Batten, Michael Jackson Band.
Jackson Band, that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
And a whole, I mean, the tour was just slick as can be. These guys did a great performance, and it was a professionally run tour. Glad I got to catch it.
Yeah.
But
Glad you
this
made it
is the
back.
kind of things, pardon me?
Glad you made it back.
We drove back at 1 in the morning, and it was perfectly clear.
Wow.
Had the
Okay.
sunroof open, you know, no problem at all. In fact, I left the sunroof open when I parked in the driveway and had to chip away. I'm good. I'm glad it wasn't a really wet snow. It was icy snow, so it just kind of crusted over the opening. Didn't get the interior all wet.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, enough about me. That's what I always say at every show. So enough about me. We got to talk Trent and the band, right? So what the EP is now aptly titled Extended Play, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how many songs are going to be on the EP?
We're gonna be. We have 8 songs on the EP. We're
Wonderful.
That's
maybe
like
even
a
look.
CD, man.
Yeah, well,
that's good.
it's in between. It's in between,
It's in
kind
between.
of. So we might even be looking at a couple more if we're really feeling like it. But yeah, we're we're looking at launching it here in about a month.
Yeah.
It's going to be really an awesome experience. We're also looking at possibly a gig, so we can have a big launch party as well. We're not sure about that yet, but
Well, yeah, Jim and I were kind of talking
We were
about
discussing a little bit, but you know, that's the title, Waiting for Me.
waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's what Kathy says about me all the time. I'm waiting for Mark.
Well, no, yeah, there's more behind that title. It's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just one of the lyrics in the song, so we took that. And then, yeah, we're really excited about this because we feel that it gives a really good taste of the Trent Hughes Band. It has a lot of like rock and country music that we love to play, but then it also, for a couple songs, we dial it back a little bit. We show our softer acoustic side and all that good stuff. Here, this isn't really that side because this is going to be some rock and acoustic here tonight. But
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
yeah, we're going to keep,
You know what I
keep
like?
going.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. So, you know, Lisa missed, she's just been a co-host now for the last few months, and a great addition, as well as the rest of the team of Shadow Man at the controls and Annie at the social media pulse of the show, right? But how old do you think Trent is?
Well, I already know, so that's an unfair question.
Oh, man.
If I didn't know, I would get you at about 21.
21. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've gotten that before.
Yeah, but I
So-
know that you're in high school, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm a junior in high school. This year, so
Right?
Seniors
Right.
next year, so.
Right. So that's wonderful.
But doesn't he talk like he's almost a seasoned professional?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And you appear, you know, you're very calm and, you know, that's good. You know, as far as the younger musicians go and stuff, they seem to have it more together as far as the, I don't know, just being relaxed and, don't you think?
Well, you know, I think we got to give some credit to Dad, right?
And the band too.
I'm going to go with a lot of really solid people in his corner.
Yeah.
That it's not me. It's
Well, sure.
Well, I'm very fortunate and very blessed to have a lot of people that have been on this journey, and that's what's cool. I mean, this really started what?
Probably 3 or 4 years ago.
You had just turned 15 and you played your first ever New Year's Eve party at a little bar out in Calhan or wherever it was. Oh my! Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, kind of all started from there and just kind of all fell in place and just kind of keep banging away and chipping away at it. So yeah, very fortunate.
Well, and you know, this is the way to the road ahead.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. You know, there's no place up but up from here. As far as it goes, you've got plenty of years ahead of you to keep expanding and learning and playing and doing all that. And you do have a wonderful, support system.
Yeah, these guys here. I'm like my dad said. I'm very blessed to have these guys in my corner. Whereas like most kids my age, they're dinking around in their garage with like a couple of their buddies and all that good stuff. And I actually get to go out and we get to play gigs together. And we get to go out and I'm playing with very, very professional musicians here, like Jared, who I can't give all the details on Jared. He'd have to tell you all that. But
Well, we're going to get around.
Oh
to
yeah,
that.
we're gonna get.
Oh,
to
yeah.
that.
That's why we're doing 2 hours today.
That's that cheat sheet I sent you.
Well, you know, that I got to say, Jim, that was the same cheat sheet you sent me last year.
Pretty much. Well, nothing's changed.
I
Yeah.
think, well, nothing's changed. No, there's
No,
not,
it's
because
changed.
you know what? I know you better now, and we got some questions, man.
Okay, cool.
alrighty.
But the whole thing is that, yeah, we took an interest in you guys last year, and especially, I guess this is time for a question that's not on the list. So you opened up for Raylan Nelson last summer.
Yes, we did, and that was the crew right here. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that was a fun show.
it was a fun show.
Everybody loved it.
Yeah, we had fun playing with.
That's exciting.
Great
It was
venue.
Huh?
It was a great venue, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, you know, and it
The
was
view
loud.
just from stage.
Oh, stage view was incredible.
it was
yeah.
poised to be a great venue, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
Charlie had some health issues. But
Oh, yeah.
I hope that with
Turn the
a lot
corner
more
and-
help, he's going to be back in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know, everyone was very complimentary. Everybody loved.
Oh yeah, we had a blast.
The
It was
whole
just fun.
setup. I mean, Ray Lynn was there 2 nights. Family Elephant was there, you know, and you were there, and this was. I take it as a bold statement because you played the same weekend as the annual recurring Blues Under the Bridge across the street.
Yeah, we could hear it.
Yeah, we could hear it from where we were. But,
yeah, but you know, that's the whole point of making those statements that you're standing up with, you know, Blues Under the Bridge was a select grouping.
Oh yeah. So we had a blast playing that gig. It was just we thought it was a really good experience, and we thought I personally loved seeing Raylan Nelson and like seeing like her guitarist, man, he could shred, and it was so cool. JB, he was awesome, and then
and he was like a surfer.
He was a surfer too.
Surfer, yeah.
So he was coming, and he was a pretty chill dude, and it was just. We had a lot of fun meeting them. It's always cool when you meet someone that's like not from around here, and they were just very humble, and they were just awesome to be around. They were very nice people. So
we had a great interview before the show, and it's on the YouTube channel. And that was the whole thing, you know. Willie Nelson's granddaughter is the obvious thing that you want to talk about, but once you start talking to her, what just a beautiful heart she has, and just nothing but joy in her heart and life, and it reflects in her music. And so the next question would be, have you played with any other heavy hitters lately, or in the past?
I'm trying to think. Have we, Dad?
You've been on the same.
Yeah.
He's been on the same support team, or the support groups. I mean, we played the Greeley Stampede last year.
That was a big one.
And for you know, they have the free stage and they have the big stage, but he actually played the free stage right in front of Jared Neiman and Gary Allen. And then they went on stage. And, you know, it's country rock, and it's pretty cool. It's driving, and you know, and then I think one of the interesting things last year is, you know, and I very I want to come off humble here, but it's cool. He's 16 years old, and he's the only person in the state of Colorado that crossed stages with Gary Allen twice last year. He played played the same event as Gary Allen. Twice, and to be 16 years old, and I mean, again, can't do it without these guys, and a lot of promoters kind of rolling the dice on rolling in with a 16-year-old kid and not knowing what you're going to get, and you know, then you go, wow, that's country, southern grunge, rock. I don't even know what to call it. We still trying to find the right label, but you know, it's what it is. So you know, again, and some really cool things this year. We've got a couple that are really nice events, and there's one we can't talk about yet, and we're
I'm like, we won't tell anybody.
The man will come and get me. But it's cool, and
it's potentially a really awesome gig.
Yeah, and we're to even talk about it, these guys don't even know yet. Jared and Brian. No, I can't do that. But it's kind of cool.
Brian's going, wait a minute.
Yeah, part of the negotiation is yes, we want to do it, but we want the whole band to go. So it's cool.
To go. There's a hint.
Yeah, to go. There's a hint. Yeah. So we'll let it fall at that, but that's where it sits. So we'll see where it all ends up.
Well, you know, and I got to say too, I had my son who lives in San Antonio with me every July, and he actually came to the show with me because he knows I'm an old metalhead, and he doesn't like my music. He won't tell me exactly what he likes. He's a year younger than you, but he enjoyed the whole thing, and that was just amazing. And you know, I saw how your face lit up with the picture of Raylan. I'm sure you might have seen his picture too. He was like, he's got that cool scowl, right? And all of a sudden it's like he's just smiling.
Well, it's a great resume builder too.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's good stuff right there.
So really now your audience appeal. What's the spectrum of your audience appeal? Since you're a young dude, and you know, I'm sure your classmates are Trent Hughes band fans.
Well, and it's kind of interesting because at my school even they're not huge into like country and all that good stuff, and but when they hear kind of like what we do, they find it really interesting. And we actually got to play in front of a lot of my classmates this summer, and at my school actually they invited us to come play, and it was a lot of fun. And they thought it was interesting what we play, to say the least, because they when they hear that like I play country music, they're thinking, oh, like George Strait and Garth Brooks and all this like classic old country. But then once we start playing like some of the songs you'll hear tonight,
Yeah,
they're
don't
like,
don't spill the beans yet.
Yeah.
But they think, oh my gosh, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the situation on my classmates and all that good stuff. So in terms of age appeal, I'd say it's probably from about like my age, a little bit younger, teens, probably to like, I'd say like mid-30s, 40s, because and there are times when we honor like the classics, like we're working on Johnny Cash. We love Johnny Cash, so we'll play Johnny Cash, and then you'll hear all these you'll see all these older people, and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, was that just Johnny Cash they just played?"
Well, I think one of the things, and I don't know that we do it tonight because it's not an electric set, but and I think Jared and Ryan and I probably notice it a little more than you do, but he also has a really neat appeal to veterans. And it's because we throw in that, and Ryan is, he's real instrumental in that. You'll, again, I don't think we're doing it tonight, but, you'll hear Call Me the Breeze with 4 different Led Zeppelin riffs in it.
See, you're spilling the beans,
well,
man.
well, that's all right. You have to come see him in concert to get the whole thing. But,
that's true, that's true. Or
but
listen to the YouTube video.
Yeah, listen to the YouTube video. But, it's cool. It's mixing in some Ted Nugent.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of playing across genre and age groups also, and I think that's it's cool. It's not
typical.
Thank you. Yeah,
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say too, this is a perfect segue into the next line that I'm going to go with, because we do you listen to music in the morning?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, we got to get you in this routine, because guess what we started?
Ooh, I got to hear this.
Well, okay.
We started a new thing.
So we're doing something that no other station in the area is doing, and I can say that unequivocally. Yeah, I love that word, but it's like, man, mumble mouth. So anyway, we are under the grace of the station owner, doing a Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m., all local music morning show.
Awesome.
Nice.
And so, I know you didn't leave us anything last time, because I didn't really ask. I thought the recordings and the video were cool enough, but if you want stuff played Monday through Friday, 7 to 10, send me some music.
Yeah, we'll send you. We'll give you a couple copies of the demo.
Coffee is always good.
Yeah.
We'll take coffee too.
But no, this is one thing. I mean, with the show that we do every Wednesday night, 7 to 9 now, and then the Worldwide Blues Show, noon to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, which also includes a bunch of Colorado blues musicians. We have 22 hours a week of local music.
That's awesome.
Nobody does it. And so thank you, Victory Christian Media,
thank you
for having the vision to attract the local loyalty of friends and musicians and uniting community.
and to let us do this.
And so we have just under, probably just under 100 local CDs.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's
There's
awesome.
that much music in this town.
There is a
Region,
lot. Yeah,
Southern
there's a lot of music here.
Colorado, even Colorado, period, because we have people from Denver come down,
And Pueblo.
yeah, up from Pueblo. We just had Cosmic Waste,
Yeah.
and so the popularity's growing. We're in our second year. We're booked for the show until August now,
Yeah.
and this is the end of March. Thank you, everyone, for your enthusiasm. Now we want everyone to listen to the 22 hours a week of local music.
Because that's how you get heard. That's how you get out there. That's where all your possibilities are. That's what makes you feel good about yourself as a musician. You hear yourself on the radio.
Oh yeah.
It's a cool feeling.
So the circular logic to this discussion that went on and on is, I really like the fact that I get to listen to a lot of local musicians that are standing toe-to-toe with anything on the radio today. And if you listen Monday through Friday, 7 to 10, you'll see. We play all genres, and I bet you no one would even notice if they didn't know and read the titles of the songs on the internet.
Right.
It's local music.
Right on.
It's
So,
that good.
Yeah. We encourage everyone to tune in. I know it's early, you know, we got the time slot, that's what we got, but we got to make it work. And
you guys belong in there.
Oh yeah, we'll send you some.
We'll
set it up.
Yeah, we'll get you some stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll send it out. Sounds
good. So let's hear Trent Hughes band.
Yeah, so this one right here is it's Gary Allen's song. It's called Living Hard. Now, not a whole lot of people know this song, so we kind of took it in and we really made it our own. So whenever you guys are ready.
Champagne, yeah, it's just what it looks like. Chasing dreams, one song at a time. Well, welcome to my world. For the next 90 minutes, I will bare my soul for the price of your ticket and do it all over again tomorrow night. No, this living hard, it's hard living. Right in position, roll like a stone, starting to look like this. Living hard is hard to live by. No, this living hard is hard to live. For a harder I can roll down right in position. Roll like a stone, start to look like doom. Living hard is hardly real fine.
Wonderful.
What do you think?
Simply wonderful, yes. You have a wonderful voice.
Thank you.
You got a good little snazzy way about you there.
Oh, thank you. Snazzy. I like it.
You got a nice little draw when you
Thank you.
So that's Southern Colorado Springs draw.
Oh, yeah.
That's yeah. I wish I was from somewhere cool. Anyway, Colorado Springs is pretty cool.
It is.
Well, it's going to get cooler, not just because of the weather.
And why?
Well, it's all the stuff that we're doing.
I know, because we're cool.
Well, it's because we have such a cool community that we get to talk about and have people come on the show. And like I said, we're booked until mid-August, but we are extending invitations still. And we are looking to find lots of people that are just ready to break their music.
Yeah, and just, you know, look on the page or sign up where it says book now.
Does that actually work? I gotta make sure that link works, huh?
Does it work, Shadow Man?
Well, that's, you know.
I thought it did.
The best way to do it is just send us a message.
Okay.
On the Beat Goes On, the little internet radio page.
Because I think everybody that's a musician should give it a go.
Well, you know, I gotta say that the Sunshine shows were, you know, a great way. I mean, we met a really couple of great new bands.
Yeah.
Nova Crown one night, I was really impressed with those guys as the openers.
All right, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. They were fabulous.
Yep.
They were just amazing. And Larissa Vienna and The Strange.
Oh boy, we're going to put a video compilation interview together for that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
The video is really, should be very good.
We made them actually go sit on the cold patio porch and do a little group interview, and we thank them so much because I know they were freezing because especially the girls, they were all dressed up so cute, you know.
They were.
And when they started turning blue, I said, well, it's time to stop.
Yeah, we should probably be done now.
Yeah. But also the next night was Guilty as Charged was pretty amazing too.
Yeah.
Megan Wood, boy, that girl's got another voice.
I'd have to agree with that.
You know.
Completely. I was blown away. Both nights, I really was.
Well, we really like it, you know, that when we talk about strong female singers in this town because you know, there's not a lot, and it seems like more are coming around, but
yeah, more the merrier.
Yeah, they're starting to come out now. We're starting to meet them, and just, you know, although she's not from Colorado, I have to say Kimberly from One Eyed Doll was something spectacular.
Oh, that's what a good friend that Kimberly and Junior have been over the couple of years that I've known them. You know, even though the video footage didn't come out just right, we had a great interview, and I got to tell you, if you saw the video, it would be just cracking you up because it was the end of the show, Trent, and we waited till everybody got their stuff signed by Kimberly at the end of the night, and then she basically walks up to me because I interviewed her last year. And she goes, what, no interview? I said, well, we were waiting for everything to subside.
Die down, yeah.
Have some time with you. And she picks up her Sharpie like this, and she starts interviewing us.
Yeah, she started asking us questions.
It was just cracking me up, you know, but that's the kind of cool people they are.
Yeah.
What's going on, Annie?
Not a lot, just getting some pictures of these guys.
Well, at least say hello to everybody so everybody knows who you are. Come on by that mic and say hello and what you do.
Hi everyone, I'm the social media director.
Director, we make people important with titles here because this is the kind of team we are.
Exactly.
It's a wonderful team.
Well, you know, we get the events lined up. They're all the way into August, and so we make everyone administrators because Facebook only gives individuals so many likes and shares and invites, right, Trent?
Yeah, I know about that.
So you guys, are you strong in social media skills with your band promotions?
Yeah, we pretty much promote Facebook. That's our big one. We also I'm thinking about Twitter. I'm not a huge fan of Twitter personally.
I'm not either. People go, oh, we should do that. It's like,
I like Instagram better.
Yeah, I'm not an Instagram guy either. That's like all my classmates do that. So, yeah, Facebook's our big one. You can find us on Facebook, Trent Hughes Band, all that good stuff. And you can also find us on YouTube, Trent Hughes Band as well. You can see a lot of our old live performances, all that good stuff, our best performances, and all that good stuff on there.
Yeah.
Aren't you on Reverb
So,
Nation?
but you guys...
Reverb Nation as well, Trent Hughes Band, yep.
You guys got the well-rounded approach, and obviously that's been a key to your success, huh? Because people take note of that when they're hiring you for, you know, like state fairs and the events that you are looking for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys actively seek out this stuff. You don't necessarily play around, you know, the clubs or do you?
No, yeah, that's something we really pride ourselves in. We're not a bar band.
Yeah, not the goal.
That doesn't mean, you know, and I'm not, that doesn't mean, I guess, the connotation.
I've done it for years.
Ryan's talked to us about this before, and it's like, it's just not what we want to do. We want to be out there. We're a festival band, and that's you can tell it in our music. Our music is, as you can hear, it's kind of hard to dance to our music because Jared's back there on the drums doing all these crazy different fills and stuff like that.
Well, I know, boy. There's that Raylan Nelson concert. You guys had people. You had your own cheering section. People were up dancing. It was a lot of alcohol. It was probably just a little because I don't know. It wasn't like Blues on the Bridge that was sponsored by a big brewery here in town, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where it just flows into the gutter, and people are like, "Where are we?" So that's what that's the roundabout logic to that one. You guys don't want to play to oblivious people.
Yeah,
we out to just go drink and
Yeah, we love playing to a crowd that's responsive, and we love it when people are like listening to our music. Actually, every band loves that. We want crowd interaction. We want to hear you, everyone singing back lyrics, all that good stuff. So,
well, that's important that you know, you target that and you got your standards, and so this is kind of how we do mentoring moments. You know that from the last show, and try to encourage people to not get discouraged by following a path that might not work for them.
Right.
You know, you got to kind of have a general strategy of what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So, Ryan, you were playing around town with other bands?
Yeah, before this I was in a band called the Justin Lane Band. Another country rock thing. We played all over Colorado, Wyoming, Mexico, Nebraska. It was a lot of time away from home.
Yeah.
So I already knew them when that fell apart. Their previous guitar player was getting deployed, so I was able to slide right in.
I'm glad you did, man, because we like what you do. You know, I've heard you play electric, you know, it's an acoustic show, but yeah. So I guess it's time for the question that I kind of had Jim hold up on, because that's one of the lures. I mean, that's what I like about you guys, is that you blend songs together, don't you?
Yep. Yeah, the mashups. The mashups.
So, and that's one thing that I don't know if I got that on the video or not, but I know you guys do in other places, and that's one of the stage things that you do is, you know, a certain song with a bunch of twists in it.
Yep, that's another thing we pride ourselves in.
So how many different covers do you do?
Different covers, like
well, I mean, in that kind of type of mashup. Yeah.
Gosh, I'd probably say we do 6 to 7. I'd say.
Yeah. And some of them are just like a little lick here or there, just for the people that are really paying attention. Like, oh, yeah, kind of snuck that in there. Some of them will do like a full-blown verse or so of a song.
Yeah. So yeah, Ryan, the one Ryan's talking about with the licks is we do pretty much every. As you spoil it, I'm going to spoil this for you.
No, it's your show, man.
But one of our favorite ones, we do a version of "Call Me the Breeze," Leonard Skinner. But we try to fit as many Led Zeppelin riffs in it, and we ask the crowd, how many Led Zeppelin riffs did we just put in this song? And Ryan will just fit as many as he can, and throw some like Black Dog in there, all that good stuff.
Anything that's like in the key of A, I try to sneak it in there. So, pretty fun.
Well, it is. It's something that people don't expect to hear, and I heard it last night. Jennifer Batten did that. She does a multimedia show, and she's got everything programmed in a laptop, and she's got her samples and makes her guitar just, I mean, she's like Adrian Belew, that just, any sound comes out of that guitar.
Yeah, that's cool.
But the last song she did was, you know, a retrospect of her favorite music from, you know, the 60s to now, and all genres, so she threw in little bits and pieces of, even people I didn't think that Jennifer was in that appreciative mode for, but you know, it was great. The show was amazing. She does this great multimedia show wherever she goes, and you know, done great things like the Michael Jackson review in Las Vegas.
That's incredible.
The tribute, yeah, very passionate still.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, you know, she's ADD, so she had a little video about her cats. Yeah, it was hilarious. You got to see this footage. I'm so grateful to Headfirst Entertainment for setting me up to shoot that show, because I went in expecting just to shoot photos, and the stage manager goes, "Well, you gonna shoot video too?" And I go, "I can do that." So I shot 64 gigs of video, and until the batteries went. But yeah, it's gonna be some great viewing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, can you? It'd be Ryan's the kind of decision maker on this stuff. You know, we do the one. Sorry, I got guitar pick in my mouth. You do the one that, you know, it's a Jason Aldean song when she says "baby" and you turn it into Watchtower, and I don't know if that's even feasible to do acoustically.
You tell me.
You know what?
It's cool, but
John Roth did all along the Watchtower acoustically last night.
Wow.
It was amazing.
You tell me.
This guy's like,
Is that a comparable runner?
original
You
Scorpion.
get that, don't you?
I thought,
What do you
well,
think?
he's going to be a 7-year-old guy in tight spandex. He just ripped
Funny.
the place apart. And
That's
he was
funny.
going,
I mean,
that guy's 7 years old.
You know, I mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of a good segue. You know, you're talking about the things you do. I mean, there's a lot of them. Yeah, I know that just don't do. But, you know,
Well, I
one of the
think it's
ones-
time for another song.
There you go. Yeah, so we'll do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
all right.
Alright, so as Dad said, you'll hear some Jimi Hendrix in there, but we'll throw another one in at the very end. We'll throw one more for good measure in at the end too.
Well, you know, and we love this stuff. You know, we like to I wouldn't say shake everybody up, but I mean, we've had Suspension 9 come in and do not their heavy industrial metal, but an acoustic song, and it's beautiful.
Quite beautiful.
We've had lots of metal bands come in and say, let's do an acoustic set.
Oh yeah, it's
been
cool.
great. I know you guys are going to kill it.
All right.
Alright, you guys ready?
Sure.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Some days it's tough just getting up, putting on these boots and making that climb. Some days I'd rather go no show, lay low before I go out of my mind. But when she says, baby, oh, no matter what comes, ain't gonna know where she runs her fingers through my hair, says me. Yeah, that look in her eyes got me coming alive, and driving me good, kind of crazy. When she says, baby, oh, when she says, baby. Some nights I come home fighting mad. Oh, I feel like running this through. Is it even worth what I'm fighting for anymore? Being told to hell with it now. But when she says, baby, oh, no matter what comes, ain't gonna know where she runs her fingers through my head, says me. Yeah, that look in her eyes got me coming alive, driving me good, kind of crazy. When she says, baby, everything's gonna be alright, just lay down by my side, let me love you through this life. Well, she's the perfect shot of faith, when every bit of mine is gone. There's something I can believe in, the best friend of heaven sent, love laying out. But when she says, baby, oh, no matter what comes, ain't gonna know where she runs her fingers through my hair, says me. Yeah, that look in her eyes got me coming alive, driving me good, kind of crazy. When she says, baby, oh, when she says, baby. There must be some kind of way out of here, says the joker to the field. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessman's done drinking my wine, I'm and take my herb. No one will ever own the mind, nobody of it is worth. All along the watchtower, princess kept of you. to heaven.
Ready for the mashups, man.
Yeah, that's a triple.
So what really was the name of that song?
I don't know.
That'd be when the watchtower. When we're in the watchtower stairway.
Yeah.
That's what that's.
There you go.
All
It's
along the
AGF.
Stairway to Heaven.
AGF. That's what it's called.
Yeah. So that's one of the more fun mashups we do. That's like, that might be the only triple we do.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
I like it.
That's a fun
It's
one.
different.
Yeah.
It's different. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's that crossing many genres and.
It's wonderful. You know, I like the way you look at your son when he's playing. You guys love each other. It's a good thing. It's nice. You look at him very kindly.
I'm gonna put my sunglasses on.
No, it's a nice thing. Family thing is a good thing.
No poker
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, no poker
poker
face
face.
here, huh?
No poker face whatsoever.
Well, that's true, you
No.
know, and that's kind of a lead-in, you know, to one of the questions that everyone's probably thinking, I'm sure. And, you know, you've got a charity thing going on about teaching kids music.
I do.
Uh-huh.
I do.
What's the update on that one this week?
Update on that one this week is, actually things are coming along so wonderful. We have an agenda to be opening up, doing a really big deal at the beginning of the summer for Mountain Kids Music. I'm still accepting donations for teachers that want to teach and
Donations
instruments.
of time.
Donations of time and instruments. It all goes to a great cause. We're doing this for the indigent kids that can't afford lessons, that can't afford instruments, that need something better to do with their time. They need to grow up mathematically correct. And music, you know, music is a really great foundation, and I'm really proud to be doing this and doing it with you, Mark. It's fun.
Well, we're just happy to be doing something like this for kids in a couple of different arenas, and you've really got the audience of the Southland in
Yes.
your area there, and so it's also kind of a question for Jim and Trent.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, and I have, like I said, my son's like a year younger than you, and boy, you know, when he was like 4, he'd always want to strum my guitars on the stand, and it's like, well, don't knock that over, man. You know, but then it's like, well, should I get him his own little half-scale guitar, you know? And I did for Christmas, and he's like, I don't really care. You know?
Yeah.
So how did this evolve for you guys?
Well, I'll tell a full story, I guess.
Go ahead, man. It's all you.
Essentially, it started with my dad when he was my age and all that, and even younger than me. He started when he was probably like, would you start when you were 6?
Yeah.
6. So he started way before I did. I started like 10. Way 4 years.
Way.
4 years. But he started under a guy, famous jazz guitarist in Colorado Springs named Johnny Smith, if you're familiar with that name. And he studied my dad studied under him for years and years, and my dad decided to put the guitar away for a little bit. And then once I was born, he picked up the guitar again. And so we started collecting guitars again and all that good stuff. And when I was younger, until about 5th grade, I wanted nothing to do with the guitar.
Yep.
My parents would be like, Trent, we're gonna get you lessons, and I'm like, nah, I don't really want to play guitar. Sports, I'd rather just play sports though. But when 5th grade hit, my parents were like, you're taking guitar lessons. Here's a guitar. You're gonna start. And once I started, I realized, wow, this is way better than sports could ever be, and it's just a lot more fun to me. And so it started then, back when I was probably like in 5th, 6th grade. I started playing guitar, and then through my guitar teachers, I started playing with them a little bit. They'd invite me up for like a couple songs at a gig, something along those lines. And ever since there, I just I want to start performing. We got to go out there. And I remember my 6th grade talent show. It was the first time I ever really performed in front of people, and it was the most satisfying feeling I've ever felt. And I had never felt anything like it before. So I was just so elated, and I knew guitar was something I wanted to do. So thanks, Dad, for beating me over the head with the guitar.
It was all his mom.
There you go.
It's all his mom.
Deflect.
It's his mom. You know, it's either he takes guitar lessons or we're kicking him out. And that was really what it boiled down to. I mean, you can kind of see, you know, he was pretty tall, and we knew, you know, even when he was about 9, we'd get away with 18. So we said, you know, you're either going to take guitar lessons or we're going to kick you out, and nobody's going to call us out on it. So it's pretty simple. But yeah, no, it's all mom. I mean,
I know if my son was listening, he's going, well, wait a minute.
Yeah. But no, it's been a fun thing, you know, and and there's nothing easy about it. It causes lots of stress. It
My
causes
fingers
a lot.
hurt.
Well,
Sure.
but it's more than that.
Yeah,
It's,
sure, but I mean, that's
yeah.
the first thing. My
Oh, yeah.
fingers hurt.
Yeah. One of the hardest things probably about it is balancing like being a kid and then going out and playing all these events. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's tough because once like I want to be a kid, but I also I know I have to put in the time and do this. And so that's one of the struggles with balance, and then also balancing it with school is another tough thing. But we make it work. So every Wednesday night you can come hear the Trent Hughes Band, $14.99.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood.
The whole neighborhood here.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood. Yeah. It was interesting. His guitarist that was deployed. How we
Jesse.
met him.
Shout out to Jesse.
He flies Apache helicopters. He's in Afghanistan right now.
Wow.
And Ryan and he got to play a little bit together. Yes. And you know, it was funny because we ended up didn't know he played guitar. And
he just moves in one day, and I remember it was the first time I ever met him, and I was just coming home from like a baseball game or something like that, and Dad's over talking with the neighbor, and he's like, Trent, come here, he's got some crooks, and I'm like, he has crook guitars, like Brad Paisley crooks, and so that's kind of how we started that relationship. And he's just a super awesome guy. We wish him the best. He's actually getting out of the military here soon, and we really hope that we can cross paths with him again. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah. That's it. You know, be safe. Come home.
He's coming home in July, June.
He's what do they say in the military? You're terminal, and that means you're done. So he's terminal, and well, allegedly, in the middle of July.
Back when it was how many days in a wake up, for us.
No, but it's been a lot of fun, you know, and but yeah, $14.99, and then the next door neighbor. So yeah, we would rehearse in his basement, then we moved to our basement. So yeah, our poor neighbors, they've taken a beating for about 3.5 years.
Do they come to the shows though? I mean,
you know, there's a few of them. We've had ones that
what we do.
You know, we just assume.
The neighborly thing can be nice too. I mean, a lot of times we've had neighbors come out and pull out their lawn chairs and have barbecues because they knew we were going to be practicing.
Absolutely.
And,
So what do you think about what Trent just said as a motivational message to your students maybe sometime?
I think a lot of things about what Trent just said. I think you're exactly on the money. It is a hard balance. Sports are great too, but this is it's an addiction. It's a fun way of life.
Oh yeah.
But you do have to have consistency.
Oh yeah.
You do have to go to practice. Or you do have to go to your lessons.
You have to take lessons, you got to practice.
Yeah, you have to do your scales. People think that it's all great and everything to be a rock star, but really it's kind of lonely if you think about it. Because you spend so many hours alone with your guitar.
Oh yeah, I can understand that too. Like even at school, it's kind of like I'm almost an outlier because kids will be like, "Oh, let's go hang out and do all this stuff," and it's like, "Yeah, we got band rehearsal tonight. Can't go."
Yeah.
Hey, I had friends texting me tonight. Hey, what are you doing tonight, Trent? And I'm like, we're on an internet radio show tonight, so a little bit busy right now. Hey, say hi to everybody. But there is a balance. If you can find the balance and you can maintain the balance, it's fantastic.
Sure, it's like a great ride, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's if you don't take anything out of it, it's an experience. If you don't get anything else out of it, there will be life lessons you learn
that you'll remember for the rest of your life, and that's part of what I want to give.
So this is the basis of what I was getting to, is that what do you think if Trent went and came out to a group of your students and said a few short words and played a couple of songs?
Depends on what it is, yeah. Just let me know.
All right, maybe I'll give you a call or something sometime. Maybe you come out and just say hi and just show them, although you look much older than you are, let them know how old you are. Let them know what you've done because, these kids are underprivileged. These kids don't have any money. They don't get Christmas. They don't, it's like that. And it would be nice for them to see someone and to understand, you know, music looks hard to read, but it's not.
Yeah.
Scales seem impossible, but they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get through it. Once you get the hang of it, you get through it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I personally don't read music, but yeah, that's you nailed it. It's if you can make it through the hardships, the other side is the light at the end of the tunnel is just
It's
so
a
rewarding.
blessing. It's
Exactly.
so much fun.
Exactly. So.
Well, and this is a great time too. I mean, we like to acknowledge all of our musician friends around, and there's a bunch of young guitar players that get snuck into the clubs at
Sure.
13, and I'm talking like, you know, Austin Johnson, Jesse Cotton Stone,
yeah.
Austin Young,
My granddaughter, when she gets old enough.
Jake Loggins. They all had influential guitar playing fathers, you know, and are musicians.
You have your mentors.
Yeah.
Everyone has a mentor.
So, but really at this point, in mentioning that, we found out about a tragedy. It just broke our hearts that one of those young gentlemen's father, Mr. Tim Young, had a tragic ending and is gone from our presence to another, hopefully better environment.
Definitely better.
We're promised, but
Yeah.
it's a sad time for the Young family, and Austin and Chris Ann are always in our thoughts, and you know, we surely want to say we surely enjoyed Tim's presence and company whenever we heard him song.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, you know, I just know that music is something that it envelops you in a way that you take it with you no matter how old you get.
Yeah.
You know? You got so many years of fun coming up. I'm telling you what.
I'm gonna reserve comment.
Oh yeah.
Reserve comment.
Yeah, that's another topic, huh? We all thought we were going to be rock stars at some point, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, we're just playing for fun because it is fun, and we get along with the people that we're playing with, and you know, there's so many.
Well, it's a good business lesson too.
It is a good
we've
business
kind of turned
lesson
it into that,
if
you know.
approach it like you guys are doing it, you know.
I like the way you guys are doing it, by the way.
No, thank you.
I really do, especially for your age group and the family idea and the way that you guys are doing it with the not going to the bars and the, you know, a festival band and stuff. That's kind of cool.
It's unique. I don't know of any other bands that really like
focus on that.
Yeah, that's their main focal point. It's like, I know there are a lot of great bands in Colorado Springs that they just play festivals, but it's a point we'd like to get across right when you first meet the Trent Hughes band. We want to come play festivals, and we want as many people as we can, and we want them just partying hard with us, and we enjoying our music.
It's kind of funny, and Jared actually does it the best. I mean, we joke that if you come to a Trent Hughes band concert, you're going to get about 5 to 7 songs, one after another. After another. You don't get to breathe. And Jared does, what is it? It's the rabid dog shaking.
Oh,
yeah, and so Jared does an impersonation of that, and yes, he's shot on the camera tonight. But again, it's kind of it's unique. You know, you play a bar or you play other things, and you know, and tonight is a lot about talking about these people that make all this happen. But you know, when you go see them, it's pretty funny because not many people do that. You know, you go see these superstars, and they play 2 or 3 songs, then they talk.
They talk for like 5 minutes.
And then they talk, and then they play, and then they talk, and then they change costumes. And, you know, we're kind of like, you know, all right, we got 2 hours. Do you think we can get 37 songs in? You know, and that's kind of how we look at it. It's just like, hit you with a sledgehammer.
Sure.
So it's kind of cool. Kind of
Especially
different.
when you're on like number 33 and the night's like approaching midnight.
We got 30 minutes left, guys. How many more can we fit in?
Yeah.
How long can we stretch out a blues jam?
Yeah.
Well, and that's it. You know, stage presence is obviously part of the package, and you guys do it well. But you know, there was a formula back in the hair metal days. I remember I was back in Sacramento when Tesla was breaking out and stuff like that. And you know, the format was you get on stage, you rush on stage, you do 3 just maniacal songs back to back.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they're coughing up a lung and trying to say who they are.
Exactly.
And then, yeah, try to do that for 4 sets in the night.
Oh, yeah, you get no chance. But, yeah, so it's fun, though. It's a good time.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of thing we do. It's like, we're kind of like a storytellers, you know, series where the artist talks and plays and talks and plays. And,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a radio. It's a radio show though.
Well, it's actually becoming a really great format because, like, the show last night with the old professionals, John Roth and Jennifer Batten and Timmons, did just that. There were stage cues, and you know, they explained their life's work and
it's a production. It's a production,
and,
right?
Yeah, but it made for a great. You know, it was an amazing set from 7:30 to 12:30. It was like nonstop.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean that was one show that drained you when you left the show.
Well,
but
you get the full experience.
Yeah. So okay, you guys have a lot of fun doing what you do, no matter where you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is there like one pinnacle moment that you really thought it's going to take a while to top this one?
I'll let you guys start. I got to think about this.
So they've all been really killer. That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's nice, Trent. Way to go. Gee, waiting for me. All right, got it. But I can start. I mean, you guys. I mean, because I thought about this. I mean, I think they're all great. But for me,
opportunities are great. But I mean,
the next one is the most exciting one because I think we get. It's you get to think about, all right, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? What did we like from the last one? What can we expand on? So I mean, there's a lot of them that are cool, no doubt. But the next one is the most exciting one, the one that's going to stick in my mind until the next one. That's just how I look at it.
Well, I know, before the show, you were talking about the Pro Rodeo show that you guys did on a flatbed.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's fun. I mean, what's the next one is next?
Is it Territories?
Yeah, he's actually he's playing. What are we Trent Hughes Band? Playing, what are we, the 29th, which is, I think, Sunday, and he's actually the last act, so he's the headliner at Territory Days on the 29th.
Well, Monday's a holiday, so be there.
Yeah, so be there. So, it's a big shout out again. Here's another guy, Jim Ware. Pro Promotions, and he took a shot on a 17-year-old kid, and
absolutely.
I mean, we're going to go down and just, I know how we're going to look at this. It's you can't play loud enough and fast enough, and just burn the joint down. So there you go. So this is the best one right now. That'll be the next one. So there you go.
Yeah. But I mean, so okay, like the county fair. How many people were there?
He played. These guys closed the Colorado State Fair. They started before Steppenwolf and finished after Steppenwolf.
There you go.
And Steppenwolf's crowd come and listen to these guys.
I'd say that's probably my favorite one.
So that was cool.
Cool.
End of the year. That was cool.
It was a lot of fun. That gig sticks.
Cap of the summer.
It was a very good cap of the summer. I think it was definitely one of our most solid sets. It was one of the most fun sets that we've played. And the crowd was, through the wind and the rain, the crowd that stuck out. It was fun.
Good time.
Yeah, that
festivals in Colorado.
Colorado State Fair, yeah.
State Fair.
Steppenwolf. That takes me back.
Did we
I met John Kay one time.
And they're still, that's amazing. They're still playing.
At DJ's nightclub.
Oh my
Believe it or not.
See, that's it. Being a Colorado Springs native, you've got all the history.
Oh man, I met a whole bunch of them at DJ's. I met Joan Jett.
Oh yeah. Wow.
At DJ's, I met Stephen Kay with Steppenwolf. I met. I don't even know. I'd have to look over all my tickets. I met quite a few. I was partying back in the day, so I'd have to look over my tickets.
Pat Travers.
I might have made it to that one. There was a band called Bastille back in the day that I was hanging out with, and so that's why I made it to all those shows, because I was a big fan of Bastille. Isn't that funny? with Randy Knowles, who will be on our show.
Yeah, in April.
Yes. Yep.
That's right.
And Ken Goldberg. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know,
that was in the 70s.
Yeah. You mentioned Pat Travers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
If you were an avid listener of our 22 hours of local music, you will hear Pat Travers doing a KBCMradio.com spot.
No way I got to listen to that, yeah.
Well, when he played the Oriental Theater a couple months ago, I went up there and did my deal.
Yeah, a couple great albums there.
Yeah.
What was that, probably like, what was that, mid to late 80s? Somewhere there.
He, you know, had a two-part career, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Being one of the 80s nouveau rock gods, you know, playing festivals. I remember he played Day in the Green in California a lot, and to the point where it's like, oh, it's Pat Travers. And then he switches up and he does like 3 blues CDs. You know, that's what I mean. He's on the Worldwide Blues Show with that music, 12 to 5 Saturdays.
Peter Frampton right now. When you look what he's done, he just released what, an acoustic album?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Living in the
ridiculously
suburbs
good
of
stuff.
Cincinnati when I was there. That was funny how people, you know, come and go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
really
used to have the biggest crush on Peter Frampton. Oh my goodness.
Did you know it?
I had my, no.
Yeah, okay.
I had his picture posted all over my room though.
He's coming. He's on tour with Skinner now.
He's playing what, Red Rocks with Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Or is it Fiddlers or something like that, or whatever.
I think
is
he's
it
coming to Red
Fiddlers
Rocks
anymore?
I would love to go to that.
Yeah, is that any good?
That's a killer show.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? You think you want to play another song?
Yeah, sure. This one we'll do. It's an original. It's called "This Heart Don't Bleed." You can hear the line of the CD in this one. So whenever you guys are ready. 1, 2, 3.
That day I didn't shed a tear for you. I took a step back when you said we're through. And now I've had time to give it some thought. The more I think, the more I'd rather not. The music is loud and the beat is rocking. You see my door, baby, don't come knocking. Mistook my yes for a desperate need. Oh, baby, this heart don't bleed. So girl, you thought you kicked me the curb. You thought that you could make me hurt. Tip of my tongue can tear you apart. Don't worry about my broken heart. I promise you that you're gonna lose everything that meant anything to you. You're just trouble that I don't need, baby. Well, this heart don't bleed. Strut yourself right over here. I dare you to whisper in my ear. You better take a step back and read my lips. You had your shot, oh girl, did you miss? There's no way of getting back in my arms. Despite all of your charms, it's too late for you. You've sown your seed, baby. Well, this heart don't bleed. So girl, you thought you kicked me the curb. You thought that you could make me hurt. Tip of my tongue and tear you apart. Don't worry about my broken heart. I promise you that you're gonna lose everything that meant anything to you. You're just trouble that I don't need, baby. Well, this heart don't bleed. So now you're sitting all alone, waiting for me by your telephone, begging me to come back home. I'm sick and tired of not having your own will. Off your knees, baby, don't try to plead, cause this heart, no, it don't bleed. So girl, you thought you kicked me the curb. You thought that you could make me hurt. Tip of my tongue and tear you apart. Don't worry about my broken heart. I promise you that you're gonna lose everything that meant anything.
Do you like doing original or covers?
Alright, there's a certain... That's a tough one, because I love writing original music, and like Ryan, so the writing process for us is pretty much Ryan will come up with this super awesome guitar riff, and then I'll try to write words around it, and that's a really fun experience, and that's kind of a almost backwards way of writing songs, which is kind of interesting, and so I really like doing it that way, but there's something about doing an original and making it your own, or I'm sorry, a cover and making it your own, like how you heard us do Jason Aldean and Jimi Hendrix into Led Zeppelin.
Right.
That's one of the coolest things that I think a band can do is, and it's one of the hardest things a band can do as well, is to find something that's already pre-existing and make it your own.
Sure.
That's so difficult to do, whereas an original you can make it any way you want it, and it's yours. But there's something about taking a cover and making it your own that's so cool, I think. But I like playing originals more, just because originals are originals.
Yeah,
so.
because they're your own.
Exactly, and you're expressing your message, and you're trying to convey your thoughts out
Sure.
there, so the crowd can hear you. So.
Well, I liked your original.
Oh, thank you. We have
That
a
was nice.
we have a couple more, but
It's wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the writing process?
I've got kind of a different take as a guitar player, not the frontman singer. Licks always just pop into my head, so I'm always like, hey, let's try this out, and we'll see if it works. But then with covers, I have a very broad range of influences, and any opportunity to like play stuff that I love it's just fun. So I mean, there's the satisfaction of writing your own music, but it's also just fun to play music that you love to play, whether it's a cover or not.
So, okay, when you guys aren't the Trent Hughes band as a collective, what other kind of stuff do you really like to play other than the music you're playing right now?
Well, that'll go to Ryan then, because this is the music I like to play.
No, I understood that too, but I mean, that's you know, everyone's got like, you just cued that question in my mind. Okay, we had Roma Ransom on the show last week, and that was just amazing. Those guys are just a great duo. And you know, they're kind of gypsy kind of style music and real happy kind of Django Reinhardt stuff. But Gordon had a confession. He goes, "Well, I grew up in a metalhead guitar player."
Which
So
you would never guess.
You would have never guessed that.
As he's playing his, what was that, the
Oh
accordion.
yeah, he's playing an accordion.
And he started off a metalhead. He's saying,
Yeah.
he started off a metalhead.
I like it.
Metal accordion.
So what do you think, Ryan? What's your favorite stuff?
It's too hard to narrow it down. I mean, I guess most recently I love the lesser known, and I don't like them because they're lesser known, it just happens to be that way, like Americana and alt country bands. And even when I'm at home, I'm always with my acoustic playing stuff like that. My daughter loves to watch. But then I love like playing Hendrix or Led Zeppelin, or even like learning kind of some of the songwriting of the Beatles. And there's just too much out there to go one direction. So I'm pretty open when it comes to what I like to play. There's not a whole lot I don't.
That's wonderful. That's really good. A lot of people get stuck only playing, you know, the one genre, and I think that, you know, if you explore, you know, and you play all genres of music, you become a more well-rounded musician.
Totally.
And then a more well-rounded band, I guess.
And you can appreciate other genres better, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've played everything, like garage bands, punk, metal, blues, you know, classic rock, country bands, and I don't even like really think about genres anymore. I'm just like, is it good music or not?
Well, and that's it. Each genre has kind of a style and structure that, you know, it is really cool to see and hear different stuff being injected, and, you know, having a riff. I watched a Shania Twain video this morning. It was one of her.
She's cool.
Well, it was a live performance of her big hit, "Feel Like a Woman."
Yeah, oh yeah.
But what she did, this was her big Buffalo show early last year on her tour, and she had this incredible band, it was, you know, a guy with a big drum set, a bass player, of course, but there was 3 other guitar players, an electric slide lap steel player, and a violin chick.
And they didn't make mud, so.
Well, no, they did like a 10-minute introduction to that song, and I'm going, wow, are they really going to rock this song out? And then all of a sudden it was just the introduction, and they broke into the you know.
Feel like a woman.
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow, what if you really rocked that song out, you know?
She's cool though in her own right,
Well,
you know.
that
she
was
holds her head up high and does her thing.
quite a performance, I gotta say.
I love large groups of musicians, as long as it's not making mud.
Well, you know, and like last night too, with you know, diversities like Yuli John Roth, the original Scorpion, and Jennifer Batten, Michael Jackson's guitar player, but a monster jazz fusion guitar player, also a Guitar Institute technology instructor.
Wow.
And then Andy Timmons, you know, is like probably the least known of the 3, but so for the finale, they brought all 3 of them out. They did, you know, individual sets, and then a last finale with the 3. And all they could agree on playing was 3 Hendrix tunes.
Always comes back to Hendrix.
Yeah, I mean, Julius goes, hey, what do you guys want to hear? And people were going, blah, 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 and then, you know, no Freebird, but, you know, after getting about a half a dozen responses that he didn't like, he just goes, no, they don't know that, no, they don't know that, no. But, you know, the Hendrix groove, everybody can get into that one.
Heck yeah. These guys have a good idea too with how they've got their, to where they can access.
Oh yeah, the little cheat sheet we do.
I like it. I think it's kind of awesome in a way, because a lot of times you can't pull something off the top of your head. And with that, you really can. I think it's great.
And we even, not here tonight, but we take it even a step farther, where there's a new company out called AirTurn. And what they do, what you can do is you can either A, sync it to your iPad, or you can sync it to your computer. And what I run is, in my giant, massive guitar pedals, there's just a tiny little pedal that I can foot switch that. And for those who can't see it, what it is, it's essentially a computer monitor, and it has your lyrics and your chords on it, so that way you never get lost. And
they're not seen.
Exactly.
Yeah, they look like stage monitors.
They look like stage monitors. So
instead of people have iPads attached to their mic stand, which nothing wrong with cheat sheets, but
well, I mean,
kind of, you gotta. We make it a little.
It's a cooler looking standards book.
I like it.
Yeah.
George Strait used it.
Yeah.
But on a much grander scale his last tour.
Even Jared could look over and see that too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you have your own?
Laptop, right?
Oh, yeah. So you guys are in the technology groove.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, you can get somebody yelling out a song, and I mean, obviously without the Freebird excluded.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's somewhere in one of the multiple catalogs,
Mm-hmm.
You can pull it up.
He can stall, or we can vamp, and he'll find something. So
Or we can play one while I'm scrolling the whole time and all that good stuff.
That's fabulous.
It's a really cool program, and it's, I don't know, AirTurn is a cool company too, because you can either get it. Yeah, they're based out here in Colorado. You can either get it for Bluetooth, or you can get it just USB. And that we run USB just for computers, but it's a really cool little program.
I might check that out. That's kind of cool.
And the company name was
AirTurn.
AirTurn.
I think they're up in Netherlands.
Free plug.
Yeah, free plug.
Free plug, AirTurn.
Yeah, we do.
Well, you know, and that's a Colorado company.
Colorado company will give a shout out.
Okay, yeah.
So really, I mean, that's it. The purpose of this show, there's multiple purposes, but since this is a global internet radio show, we tell everybody time and time again that, we have audiences in other countries like Germany and Ireland and Korea, Japan, whatever, but
Philippines, I have a friend in the Philippines.
Yeah. We want Colorado, Southern Colorado, to be recognized for, musicianship. We talk about Colorado companies, because we want them to export products around the world. That's their business statement and model, right?
Right.
And two, we talk about locations in Colorado Springs that we like, and obviously are sponsors that when people come to Colorado Springs, they might know a little bit more that you don't really get in the tourist magazines.
Exactly.
Right. Right. And, I think it's great to talk about the mom and pops to keep the economy the way we need it, to be talking about local music, local bars, local restaurants, local businesses. It's great.
Oh yeah.
I think we should all hold hands and help each other.
Well, I'll plug one right now.
Very good.
Since I couldn't get out of the snow this morning.
Which is odd.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could have, but it's another story. The point is, our friends at Manitou Wellness Center, Xanthi and Georgie, have just amazing healing powers. They know holistic medicine more so than probably anybody else I've experienced in this area, and they actually do referrals to people that do the same thing as they, so it's a pretty good collective. But Manitou Wellness Center, gotta go check them out on the web.
I love what Xanthi does for you.
Oh man, they have taken such good care of me personally for the last 3 years after cancer and stuff. But they take care of everybody for whatever reason, and you don't want to go to big pharmacy pushing establishments, and you're amenable to that kind of healing. They're the best. So yeah, a word from our sponsors.
There you
go. So we're almost at the bottom of the second hour. You guys want to do some more music?
Yeah, let's play some more music. This one is a little tune called "It Ain't the Whiskey." Church of the broken people, listen to the walking wounded tell their stories. When my turn came, I told them my name, said this ain't my first time. Then the man started talking how the devil and the Bible was ruining my life. With last night on my breath, I stood up and said, it ain't the whiskey, it ain't the cigarettes, it ain't the stuff I smoke. It's all these things I can't forget. It ain't the hard times, it ain't the all nights, no, it ain't that easy, 'cause it ain't the whiskey that's killing me. So what do you got for this empty spot inside of me? The deep dark hole where love used to be, before she ripped it out and ran into the arms of someone else. Y'all sit in this room and you talk like you got some kind of remedy. Well, I hear what you're telling me, but I've got all the proof I need. It ain't the whiskey, it ain't the cigarettes, it ain't the stuff I smoke. It's all these things I can't forget. It ain't the hard times, it ain't the all nights, no, it ain't that easy, 'cause it ain't the whiskey that's killing me.
Right here.
Stuff I smoke,
these things I can't forget. It ain't the hard times, it ain't the all nights, it ain't that easy, 'cause it ain't the whiskey that's killing me. It ain't the whiskey that's killing me. It ain't the whiskey.
I really like the way you sing.
Thank you.
Do you take lessons?
I do take lessons. My vocal coach is Sandy Rohr. She is fantastic.
She's doing a good job with you.
Oh, thank you.
You're holding it out.
Thank you.
You stay in key. You do really well.
Awesome. Thank you. That means a lot.
That's the teacher.
It's too fast.
It is.
The board.
It's the board. Make anybody sound good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have a wonderful voice. You really, really do.
Thank you.
surprise me. I like all of the things you sing, but I really liked that one a lot in particular.
Thank you.
That was a really good
That's a really cool song. It's a Gary Allan song, and we, like we said, we played with Gary Allan twice this summer actually. So he's one of our big. We want to be like him because
influences.
yeah, because Gary Allan in country music, he does something very different than most people. He's not this super social guy. He's kind of an introvert a little bit, and the one thing that I really take from Gary Allan was one time he was on one of the big country award shows, and he's just announcing one of the people, and he's stuttering and he's messing up, and it's so weird because you've never seen anyone do that kind of thing, but it just shows that you don't have to be comfortable in that kind of crowd and stuff like that, and you can do your own music, and you can do your own tours, and you can be your own person, and that's what I really like about Gary Allan. So.
I agree with you, and you've got a good thing going on.
Thank you.
That's a strong statement from a young man.
Yeah,
Because,
very intelligent.
I gotta tell you, I'm an introvert. I mean, I have learned over years, you know, job experience, career-wise, whatever, relationships, that you have to be an extrovert a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
When you don't want to be.
Exactly.
You really are kind of an introvert a little bit.
Oh, you're getting to know me too well.
You're quiet, kind of.
Well, you know, yeah, there's, you know, okay, so the Myers-Briggs thing, right? You know about that. It's a personality indicator with, you know, different categories and a 4-digit or alphanumeric indicator.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a shotgun blast in the crosshairs of the categories. So I'm one of those, I can be whatever you want to be kind of guy.
Borderline guys?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a borderline because I'm the guy that, I mean, okay, given the situation, and most of us are like that too. If you gotta talk, you gotta talk.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
But if you'd rather not, I'd rather not. That's why I got you guys, you know? It's like, I take some of the diversion off of me. You know?
And I'm never going to run out of anything to say.
I know it.
You got the right one here, honey.
But, yeah, I mean, for a 17-year-old to talk like that, I gotta say, you know, that's...
impressive.
Yeah.
I think.
You know, and you know, it's like you started off, you did a show at the Overlook when we were booking the Overlook, and we tried to book a lot of teen bands for that venue, and there are a bunch of them, and you know, they're on and off the show every once in a while, and I guess this is a good opportunity to tell you a little bit what's happening in the future here with the shows.
Okay.
Yeah. So this obviously is the Trent Hughes Band show.
Fabulous
if you
band.
just started listening, but next week, and we're trying to do theme shows now. It's kind of a fun thing to tag an event with whatever kind of holidays America, you know, we like to party for anything. Because we did have the St. Patty's Day show with Roma Ransom, you know, and they fit really. It was kind of really cool. They did a mix of caravan music.
They were cool.
But so next the March 30th.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with these guys. Well, because yeah, it is the pre-April Fool's Day show with iconic local band, Big Sky.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like them. I do like them.
Yeah, so we're going to get the, that perspective to the
That'll be
show.
fun.
I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Jim Cowell's been really nice about, what to do for the show. We've been trying to talk to him for a long time, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we got him.
Bada bing.
Yeah. And then April 6th, Wednesday after that, is one of the people that gravitated to the Overlook from the neighborhood, and there are a bunch of professional guys, a doctor, a pharmacist, and I think a lawyer, maybe.
Sounds like a joke.
Beginning of a joke, right?
It does.
3 guys walk into a studio
Exactly.
and want to play under the name of Second Opinion.
Oh.
Get it? They're professional. Like
Oh, I got you. One's a doctor, one's a lawyer. That's kind of funny.
Clever.
So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. And the week after that is the Almost Tax Day show, April 13th.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, and so we got a great new band that I'm dying to hear. It's called Foggiest Notion.
That's
So-
funny, but don't bump if it's right before taxes.
Well, plus they're kind of like an Americana band,
Foggiest Notion.
Yeah, we want to get everybody in and the joy and the love. After that, the 420 show, just because it's a Wednesday. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'll be making so many jokes on that day. It'd be ridiculous.
But nonetheless, it is Earth Day. Told you. Yeah, that was the original holiday.
Oh,
Yeah, but Fighting the Phoenix.
oh,
You heard
okay.
them?
I have.
They've played the Black Sheep. They're
Yep.
they're kind of a metal band,
Yeah.
and Chris King has been great.
There you
He was
go.
along.
That's where I've heard that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So from Canyon City, so we're getting the surrounding areas to come out and populate the show. And April 27th is the pre-Labor Day show with another young, fine musician, Jacob Cade
Cool.
from Parker.
Cool. Parker.
Yes. and
Fabulous.
He's been on the show before and just did kind of an acoustic set, and he's going to bring the whole band this time. So you guys are setting the pace for,
Yeah, we are.
for the kids, man. Well, not the kids, but
Yeah.
the
young.
What do you call yourself? I mean, are you okay?
The new generation. I don't know.
So you're not
Oh, yeah.
you're not a millennial,
Actually,
are
No,
you?
I'm not a millennial.
You're
Okay.
right.
It's really cracking me up. The generational tags.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
Human being.
I know.
Pretty easy.
Yeah. But
Pretty
if you gotta be something, be something.
Exactly.
I think I gotta be cool.
You are. You don't have to. You're just. Yeah. You're just Lisa. Yeah. So
We didn't
we
hear
talked
what
about
though.
Jason Cade. And our friend Randy Knowles is the Quattro de Mayo show.
He's cool too. You're gonna like him.
Yeah, well, it's a Wednesday, so we can't do Cinco de Mayo. We're doing Quattro de
Quattro
Mayo.
de Mayo.
Aye, aye,
That's
aye.
smart.
Taco.
Yeah.
It does sound like a taco kind of.
There's no better day.
Star Wars Day.
Tacos every day is what I
Oh, that's
That's
May. That's
Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
It's Star Wars Day.
That's funny.
There you go.
Love
It's
it.
Star Wars Day. There you
Leave it
go.
to the
Yeah.
I liked it.
percussionist,
That was
right?
good.
Yeah.
That is funny.
That was good.
We got to talk to Jacob. Is it Jacob or Jared?
Jared.
Jared, I'm sorry, man. I did not meet you last time. But
cool.
yeah, so what do you got to say for yourself?
Young man.
Yes.
I just had a birthday last week.
All
Happy
right.
birthday.
So I'm a little bit older than young, maybe.
A
How
little
old
bit
are
older.
you?
I'm 31.
Oh my goodness, he does not look
I know.
31.
Yeah.
At
It
all.
looks like he's 19.
You have longevity on you.
Wow.
Yeah, I only pulled Trent up for a couple months while we were playing, but
Yeah, I feel like the first
the first little bit.
few months you're a little long.
So I got to commend you. You brought the beatbox, and
Yes.
everybody was worried about the space and the equipment's set up and things like that. And I told Jim, we had the room full, and when the room's full with hot equipment, it's hot.
It gets warm in here.
I think
Yeah.
we melted the ceiling tiles, Jim. Is that what you were looking at a while ago?
It was raining.
That ceiling
It
tile
was
there?
raining.
Yeah, well, it happened to snow and then the combustion happened.
It was nice. Yeah. We play through.
It's our fancy digs.
Well, you know, a studio is a studio, and
It is.
that's the cool
I'm
thing.
comfy.
So,
It's good.
you guys
That's what I got.
practice. You guys have a dedicated practice room?
Yes,
at
we
the
do.
house still?
This,
Is it the house?
The basement.
Yeah.
The basement. It's do we have a name for it? Is it
Well,
the Tone Lab?
the Tone Lab, yeah.
It's the yeah, it's pretty much our house, and we last
Pretty
year
much.
at this time,
Pretty much.
yeah, pretty much.
Is that his house?
It's the Hughes house, and last year at this time we were actually converting it into the studio, and so we've had the studio for about a year now,
It's been just about a
Oh,
year.
cool.
and it's
Yeah.
been
Very nice.
it's been wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's been it's really cool. We got the computer for recording, we got the drums, we got all of that, we got our monitors set up. We're actually playing around now with like the inner ear monitor system, all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
it's come a long way. It's been a fun process too. The only thing that the only real downside to it is Mrs. Hughes, Mom, can't sleep when we're practicing on Wednesday nights because we're a little loud. But
Yeah, rehearsal starts a little late on Wednesday.
yeah.
It's all good.
Well, you know, and I gotta say, your mom came out and supported you guys. At
Oh, yeah.
Ray
Mom's
and
awesome.
Nelson shows, sat on the gravel.
Yeah,
and-
Go Mom.
that's the easy part. She carries equipment. She,
Oh, man.
It's
Wonderful mom.
rolls chords. You know, she her you know she.
Taking pictures.
Oh, and
Taking
she
pictures,
can
yeah.
see when we're
That's
all
awesome.
you know she makes the secret runs to make sure all the coolers are filled and all that also. So,
Make
yeah,
sure the beer's
she's
cold.
Yes.
100% engaged. You know, and
That's
again, it's
great.
part of that team. You know, you can't do it without everybody.
Yeah.
So it's
Sure.
cool.
So we
Yeah,
had to
hats off
mention
her.
Mom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go
absolutely.
Mom.
She seemed to be a really nice lady when we met.
That's
Love Mom.
wonderful.
But after 2 days, yeah, I mean 2-day shows.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's good. It's
You
all
know,
good.
I'm thinking we should probably do a shout out to Tony at Sunshine.
Well, you know, I was going to go through the event schedule and actually see, because I did notice that, yeah, let's see, event structure for Sunshine. That popped up here really quick. Annie, man. I know, she's too busy taking pictures, but that's it. Everybody can see all the pictures from the shows on the Beat Goes On Facebook page. We want everybody to like it. We're almost at 500 likes.
Yeah.
We just started that a few months ago.
That's awesome.
So it used to be on the Southern Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative page, our
Yeah.
large Facebook page. But yeah, I mean, as we get larger and don't want to clog up one but many arteries.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see, what else is going on? Man, our friends Dale Creel from Starburn playing Benny's the 25th. And, whoa, the Kevin Kuonen Band. No, wait, this is Mule Train Express. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Mule Train
We
Express
love them.
at the Townhouse. So the West Side's going to be rocking as always.
Yep.
Plain as Day, another Americana band with Emily Gould and
Oh, I
Jeff
love her.
Harris.
I
Yeah.
love her.
At Oscars.
Jeff Harris is a cool guy.
Yeah, yeah. You know, there's a Colorado Blues Society event with the Otis Taylor Band up at Herman's Hideaway. You gotta hear Otis Taylor. Boy, you want to talk about a blues roots icon from Boulder. This guy is world renowned.
Yeah.
He does a trance festival in November up in Boulder for like a weekend, maybe a week, and he calls his music trance blues.
Okay, that's cool.
Because yeah, you know, it's kind of traditional blues, and it's just a repetitive groove that, you know, if you kind of let yourself go.
Almost like house music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for blues, I mean, it's not good. You're just kind of
Raven
going,
blues.
whoa, don't stop. Yeah.
Trance music.
So,
I'm just joking.
Our friends Heather Romero and the Butterfly Effect, who's been on the show a few times, that's World Wine Bar. Yeah, I mean, this is the cool thing, is that you look through the event schedule, and most of people that are doing performances around town
Have
have
been
been
here.
on the show.
Gotta love it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking the same thing.
Yep. And we did notice that you guys said you're doing the headlining of Territory Days on the 29th.
29th, yep.
Head off to Greeley Stampede.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Do Stampede
playing
2 years
playing
in a row?
British Stampede,
Uh-huh.
second year. Yeah, pretty cool. There's some, and there's a lot of other things again.
Well, the summer is shaping up really well, you know, because on the 30th, I guess that is the last day because our friends the Voodoo Hawks have the
Nice.
event as
Stevie P.
Grand
Stevie P, filling
We love
guitars.
the Voodoo Box.
Yeah.
They're great.
But yeah, there's just so much live music to come in and support that we want to make sure that everyone gets out, has a great time. The weather's going to clear up,
Yes.
just a minor setback.
Yes. Always gotta watch out for that Colorado weather.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
said it was
Oh,
going to be a large, big El Nino winter.
We got one big storm. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I love the snow. People think I'm weird, but I really do. I love all of the seasons in Colorado. I've lived in different states, and I love looking forward to spring. You know, and by the time winter's done, I'm glad. You know what I mean? And then fall.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I love the changes of the seasons.
Well, in Colorado, you never know what you're gonna get. So.
True. It's a different mixing, but
Oh yeah, this year's been pretty crazy too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
snow, and we think we would never get snow. It's like 60 degrees one day and snow in the next.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
we'll be getting those crazy hailstorms
It
and
was what?
tornado watches and all that stuff coming up here pretty soon.
Oh man, don't talk about
Oh,
tornadoes.
it's coming.
I don't want to go to Kansas.
Toto.
So, Jared, man, we didn't get through with, the drummer's always the guy in the back.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
I don't know. Whatever.
So, are you one of these guys with the big double drum setup?
Well, I do have 2 kick drums, and I have my kit split into 2, so I can have one at home and one at the practice place.
Practical. Yeah, we laughed. We have a friend that plays with a double setup, and wherever he goes, somebody said how many pieces actually have to be assembled to get that double drum setup. And we go, I don't think that's really going to work here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play with it back in college, but I decided it was too much to look around, so I downsized to just one bass drum and did double pedal.
So, okay, what's your favorite style other than the Trent Hughes band as a drummer?
Well, I grew up loving like Christian rock and praise music, and I still play at my church. Well, we're currently in between trying to find a new church home, but I just love everything. I played in band, played in orchestra. I played in a couple of orchestras that I actually had to try out to get into, played in the state band and all that. Then went to college for music, have an associate's in music, got through 4, all that good stuff. And then loved playing jazz, and
There you go.
Everything
love
you
jazz
just
drummers,
said was
man.
exciting.
my
Yeah.
college and high school band, we played progressive rock stuff as well. Just that's where the big drum set came in.
Yeah.
But yeah, just all of it and fusing it all together.
So, are you familiar with Richie Monica as a drummer?
Who does he play with?
Well, last night he played with Uli John Roth, but he's been an LA session drummer forever, and in the kind of more prog world, hard rock. He's kind of an icon, and the guy just killed it last night.
Nice.
Yeah, because Uli had a guitar player that he was introducing, Tim Kozlowski, a shredder in the prog genre, and Richie was just, it was,
Mind-boggling.
some of the best prog fusion. He only got to do one song, but he killed it.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
I'm glad you mentioned that you play in church bands. This is Victory Christian Media now, and we do encourage a little testimony here and then to if you're comfortable doing so. But we're encouraging that genre as well to come and appear on the show. And I know we have some other bands and musicians lined up that are definitely in that genre. And in fact, what we do for the programming here now we did kind of a shift. I'm lucky enough that I got to keep the local music and the blues and add to the morning show for local musicians. But the station is predominantly Christian music format, those other than the 22 hours that I get. And so what I do, I guess my title might also be musical program director for the station, is that I go to Reverb Nation and I hit those categories. And so if you listen during the day and the night, you might just happen to hear some artists that you recognize, some that you might not, that are in the genre from, Reverb Nation. You can plug in a city and see how many pop up, and if they have the free downloads, I always send them a message, say, hey, we're going to play you. Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't, but we're filling up the format with different, unique, non-corporate music.
Right, and you'd be surprised at how much good Christian music there really is out there.
Well,
there really is.
Being a musician, singer, I like music. I don't really like, kind of light music.
You're a metal man.
Well, but I'm like Ryan. I like a lot of different genres, but I don't like really quiet, kind of sappy, kind of. And no offense to anybody that does that, it's what I like. I like upbeat, driving music. And in going through the Reverb Nation, city by city around the country in big market areas, there is a whole spectrum, from rap, hip hop, Christian metal, blues, R&B, EDM. And it's just a whole discovery, and I challenge everyone that, has some opinion about the labels.
Right.
Put that away.
Right.
Just put that away and listen.
Yeah, or you're cheating yourself.
Well, it's...
Good music is good music. It
That's
doesn't
true.
matter.
That's the whole purpose.
People get themselves selected to win and they rip themselves off for so much more.
Well, I think that, everyone wants to be discovered with their music, and Reverb Nation's doing a great service for indie, unsigned music.
They really are.
So, that's, I guess, my...
Yeah.
Discussion about the format of the show. I've had lots of questions, because when you pop up kvcmradio.com,
right,
it's got a different web page, and sometimes people have a little difficulty hitting the Beat Goes On radio show. We've changed streaming services a couple times. I'm thinking we're normalized, and so just putting the word out, because this station really is doing a lot for the community in a lot of different ways.
And that's something cool about you and unique about you guys is like pretty much every station out here that you find, it's going to be like the big centralized mainstream. Mainstream. And you guys here, you're shedding light on the guys that may not get their songs played all the time.
And
it's local. It's local. You're not going to hear them on the big radio, but you're going to hear them here.
Right.
Well, you're not going to hear a song repeated so many times you get tired of it.
Exactly. That too.
And thank you. You're right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what we're trying to do, actually. So, thank you.
So tell everybody, tune in 24/7. You'd be surprised.
You really would. You guys probably hear yourselves.
Oh well, as soon as you get that music in, I just gotta plug it in and you're on.
Sweet.
That might be the hardest thing we've ever done. Doing a EP.
Well, I'm sure that process is intense, because you guys obviously are perfecting your craft and
you listen to it and listen to it and listen to it, and you
sometimes
want to change
get a little too critical though. And really we've been around not to
yeah, no, it's all good.
For people that are not watching on the video yet, we always have a little interesting dagger looks between each other.
No, Mark, I get it.
Nothing but fun.
No, but I'm telling you, it's the hardest thing.
We're just happy people. We like to pick on anybody.
Yeah. No, you should. It's the hardest thing, I think, easily, I've ever been part of, for something like this, because you want it.
You want it to be as perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing,
No.
And you grind and grind and grind. Yeah, nice, right? Yeah, but no, it's kind of. I'll toot Trent and Ryan and Jared's horn a little bit. You're talking about Reverb Nation, and Trent has a songwriting partner, and we've never met her. She's in Evansville, Indiana.
Oh wow!
And
that is a hub for a few things.
It
believe
is.
it or not.
Yeah. So she has heard some of the unmastered stuff off the EP.
Waiting for me.
And off of Waiting for Me.
Waiting is it's N
waiting,
with a positive.
Waiting, yeah,
waiting.
sorry, Waiting. Yeah, we're rednecks. Waiting, but unbeknownst to us, she actually released one of the songs in Evansville, Indiana, and
On Reverb Nation.
On Reverb Nation, and we kind of joke that we're a country, rock, southern grunge band, and. She texted me the other day and she goes, "Did this, I'd rather plead for forgiveness." And just to let you know, the song that her and Trent kind of put together, and Ryan wrote a riff around, or I think Ryan wrote the riff, and then they actually
we wrote it.
Kind of did a rewrite of a song. It's actually trending #1 pop, #1 country, and #1 all genres on Reverb Nation in Evansville, Indiana.
And I had to pull that out, didn't I?
Well, it's a cool thing because but it's on the heels of we're chasing this song to be as perfect as it possibly can be.
Yeah.
And then people listen to I know, nice segue.
Yeah, it's nice segue.
It's a nice segue. But it's an interesting thing, and I think we all get caught up in it. It is. I mean, you're talking about shooting glares, and we do it all the time on stage.
I know.
Somebody will miss a chord,
you guys are
and it's like,
agreed.
Yeah.
Oh no, you got to see it live. You got to be standing up there, yeah. But we do. You hold each other accountable, and somebody misses something, you shoot that look across the stage.
I already got it once tonight.
Yeah.
But you know what? We go around to places and collect wherever bands are selling merchandise, and some bands just want to get something out. They put a CDR, with the Sharpie label. And they're like, "What? You're going to play it?" And I go, "Well, you're trying to give it to people or have people buy it.
Yeah,
we'll play it.
Yeah.
And so, like I say, I challenge you guys to listen 7 to 10 Monday through Friday, and you tell me what's the slick produced stuff or not.
Well, yeah.
I mean, really, it's
a lot easier than we probably all think. You can put together a pretty nice CD anymore.
Yeah.
So, cool.
But yeah, so once again, solicit all local music for the morning show.
Yes.
And you know what? This has been, even with 2 hours, we're like almost at the end of the 2 hours.
Yeah.
It goes by so fast.
But you know what? We learned an awful lot about you guys.
We had fun doing it.
Last time it was like,
wonderful.
play 3 songs, Trent, and what's the top 3 things you want to talk about?
Yeah, I like this open discussion. I like it.
Yeah, we covered a lot of room and got to know you better. And, as always, you got an open invitation to come back.
Cool. Thank you.
You guys are wonderful.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
And we'd love to have you end with a song.
So yeah, segue. We were talking about Perfect. This one's called Perfect as I Want to Be, and it's a cool song. Cool Christian message on it. So whenever you guys are ready, let's go.
3, 4.
Of the battle, it'd been going on 2 weeks straight. Bills on the counter still yet to pay, and all of these people say I need to change. I'm coming down this road, looking back on yesterday. You want an explanation, and all I can say is God knows I can't change who I am. I did my best to be hard I try. I know that I could be doing better. Everyone saying, oh, they laugh together. And I try that life and it's just not for me. I might not make it to as perfect as I wanna be. I better straighten up, or else I'm not gonna be at those pearly gates. There's no explanation for what I really wanna say. Is God knows I'm gonna change who I am. Do my best to be a different man. Try my hardest to live that perfect life. In my heart I know I'm really gonna try. Gonna change, I'm gonna do it for the better. And change the way I've been living forever. May not be perfect, but hey, now we'll see. I'm gonna make it to the person that I wanna be.
Your continued success and great stories. The Trent Hughes Band, everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Hughes,
Thank you.
Ryan and
wonderful band.
And Jared.
Thank you. We had a blast. Thanks for having us.
You know, and we were so worried about the weather. It's like, oh man, I'm just waiting to hear someone's like, oh no, can't make it up the hill or down the hill, or you know. But everybody be safe and careful. As always, because we want to see you and hear you next week.
Yes.
So we also want to welcome Elizabeth to the family. And the Shadow Man's got his little girl back.
And we are so happy to have her. And we love you, Elizabeth. And we're so glad you're with us.
Thank you. That's small.
Yes.
So we're going to have to give you a job now.
Oh, great.
Nobody gets out alive.
No.
So until next week, for me and my street corner gypsy partner,
Lisa.
We're going to wait for you. Wow.
Yeah. Again, I got one more point to make that I just found out. Facebook is continually making things either better or more difficult. But guess what? You can subscribe to all the Beat Goes On events from our page on Facebook. So you'll know what's happening every Wednesday.
Right on.
Hello.
That's good stuff.
Tell your friends. See you next time, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You so could have played that. You so could have played that.
Clear.
Yeah, we're good.
Didn't make the set list. Sorry.
Great show. You guys sounded awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.